Hello, dreamers, and welcome back to Dream Queen by Perla. Thank you guys for all your love and support. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing to the channel. And if you haven't done so, I encourage you to do so. It helps with growing the channel, getting the video out there for more people, as well as keeping me accountable. For personal readings, all that information can be found down below in the description. Now, let's go ahead and see what do we have for Taurus Gemini Cusp. Taurus Gemini Cusp for this week. Crossing the road, crossing the road, crossing the road. You're there's a shortcut. There's a shortcut. There is this energy of there is an easier way to do something. There's a shortcut that you're not seeing, that you need to pay close attention to. And it's almost kind of like this energy of like, it may be something unconventional or something maybe that you weren't aware is connected to what you're trying to manifest. There is a change in direction, let's put it this way, in order to achieve a specific goal in your life. But it's being shown like through a shortcut. You may have been using certain tools to manifest something, whether it is in your your love life, your career life, your fitness life, whatever it is. But there is a better way or smarter way of doing something that you're coming into awareness at this moment. Some of you are realizing that you have been that wall that has not allowed you to succeed. And you basically have had a stick up your ass. Being completely honest. Where you were unwilling to change certain things. And I'm not talking about like your personality or anything like that. You are unwilling to change certain aspects of things. Because what you were doing felt comfortable, because what you were doing fit into your schedule. So the new way of doing things, you start to like overanalyze how is it going to fit into your schedule. You start to overthink about it, and that's the reason why you haven't changed things around before. But however you were doing something, it wasn't working, wasn't yielding the results that you wanted. So you're just kind of like, screw this, I'm gonna try it this way. And the beautiful thing is that when you go ahead and you do that, you start to see results right away. And again, it's almost like, at first they had you crossing the street, now they have you crossing a bridge. So the main thing for you is this week to remember to keep an open mind. And remember that there are going to be tweaks needed here and there. So do not resist any tweaks or any changes that come to you. Whether they're coming from like a person that's giving you advice, whether it is that you read something, or just comes to you, right? Like, spirit speaking directly to you, or your guides and angels. So this week is about adapting to changes, and not getting fully focused on, I wouldn't say fully focused. I would say fully attached to one single way of doing things, right? It's kind of like, I don't remember who had it from the other zodiac signs. What we talked about, what was, now I lost it, it went from my mind. we were talking about like not it's almost basically like not being so restricted and getting comfortable in uncomfortable situations, getting comfortable with changes. That is one of the biggest challenges that I pick up that you guys struggle with, where it may take some time for you guys to adjust to things, or it may take time for you guys to get into routines, and then it's like it almost feels like the minute that you've gotten something or you've gotten into a routine, spirit comes on and shakes you up again and wants you to do things completely different. And it's not that you're being played with or anything like that. It is to allow you to become comfortable with changes. It is to allow you to adapt a lot faster than what you have in the past when it comes to changing directions, when it comes to tweaking things. So if you are still experiencing that, where it's like, okay, I was doing this and now I have to do this and now I have, or things keep on adding up, or you find yourself having a lot of like last minute things, right? Like last minute you got called into like, your kid's school because they, one of your kids got sick, or last minute you twisted your ankle the last time you were running, so you can't run this week, so now you have to focus on, your upper body or this or this or that. So this is basically like a training field for you to get comfortable with changes, and to be able to adapt to situations without allowing them to overwhelm you, and adapt a lot quicker, right? All right, so let's go ahead and let's pull out 3 tarot cards. Yeah, so this week is about expect, I would say, a lot of like little what you would consider normally mishap, and whenever you come across those, like, okay, adapt. Like, remind yourself, okay, I am adapting. I am adaptable. It's okay. It's adaptable. I can do this. Because I kind of feel like you really get overwhelmed, right? And I get it, right? When we have our own personal things going on, and then it interferes, let's put it this way, with what we're trying to do or what we're trying to create, it can definitely be challenging. But this is a time for you to rise above it. So we have the 8 of Swords in the reverse, which it's almost kind of like, I'm picking up this energy of like that struggle, right? The struggle of letting go of certain ways of doing things. Whether it is like, okay, let's say like every morning, 99% of the time I wake up, I meditate, I have my morning routine, and I normally have a cup of coffee. But there are mornings where I wake up and it's not coffee, it's, a special blend of tea or herbs or whatever it is that I am led to take. And for a really long time, I wanted to have my coffee and then have the tea. And the way that it would happen would be that once I would take like the first sip of coffee, my entire body would react to it like, I told you not to have coffee this morning, right? And then I would have to go back and take a nap and wake up and then start the day with the tea. And it's almost kind of like that type of energy. So like, learn from my experience, I guess. Don't resist any changes. Because trust me, it is going to work in your benefit, right? The less that we resist and the more that we allow ourselves to live from our higher self, right? The easier things become. Even if at this moment in time, it may seem like a lot, or it may seem like it's going to disturb anything, it is actually allowing you to grow and evolve. And then we have the Tower with the King of Cups, right? So this is one way or another, let's just put it this way, you're going to adapt to this change. So if you wake up in the morning and you're like, that's new, go for it. Don't ignore it, because if you do, the more that you resist, and I'm not trying to be mean here or anything, But the way that it's coming in is like the more that you resist, the more challenges you're going to meet. The harder it is going to feel like it is to get things done. So the more disturbances or the more mishaps you're going to have throughout the day. So this week is about adapting and allowing yourself to adapt without overthinking anything. So let's go ahead and let's pull out an oracle card. Now, this can be confirmation to the reading. This can be your advice or something that you need to be made aware of that you're not seeing clearly. Okay, I just need one card. Third harvest is the number 38. Daughters of the woods, feel thy sacred swell with suppleness. Taste the gathering of honey's milk filling your emptiness. Right? So when we think about harvest, we think about what we are reaping, right? And you have set intentions of what you want to reap. But in order to allow yourself to reap anything, you have to plant something, right? So this is the adapting, right? The not wanting to be in control or the ignoring of the messages that are coming in is your seed that you're planting in order to go ahead and receive the harvest that it is that you're seeking for. Well, guys, that is all that I have for you for this week. As always, thank you for your love and support. Sending every single one of you love, strength, and blessing, guys. Take care. Mwah! Love you all. Bye-bye.